Hey everyone, my name is Ethan and welcome back guys to another episode of the Vanilla Minecraft. You guys really enjoyed the last episode. I'm so pleased. Everyone was like, Vanilla Minecraft? Oh, I forgot that was a thing. Oh, Ethan's playing it again. It is awesome. Now guys, before we get into today's episode, I would like to assure you, here on the EthanRPro channel, I like to think that you guys can trust me. And in turn, I trust you. So please, trust me. Believe me when I say that this episode is not about a wheat farm, okay? It has nothing to do with a wheat farm. We need to go to sleep, and then we're going to do a little bit of resource gathering, and then we're going to do a little bit of building, because that's something I haven't done a lot of on my channel, and I want to learn how to commentate and build. It's not as easy as it looks. Respect to all the YouTubers that can do it. But yeah, first we're going to have to cut down some of those trees. And I also would like to talk to you guys a little bit. You know, a lot of YouTubers use their vanilla series to build and talk with their fans, and it's a very good way to communicate. And that's what I would like to create. Oh, I've just bumped my microphone. My bad. I would like to do that as well. I would like to use this to communicate with you guys better than I have in the past. This is the house so far. This is what I'm doing. I've decided to have a little skylight here, which is neat. And I've dug my way down because the house is going to continue onwards, but this wood's going to stop here. In fact, I think when we get way further down there, the wood's going to start again. Possibly. We'll see. I might claim the entire inside of this mountain for my own. I haven't really decided yet. I did go around and look for a village, because I did tell you guys that I wanted to put a farm up the top there. But today's episode is not about a wheat farm. So, I can't really tell you guys about that. Actually, in fact, I can tell you it's not going to be a wheat farm that goes up there. Swimming Noah, I believe. Was it Noah? I'm pretty sure it was Noah. Told me that it would be easier if I did like a melon farm, a melon and pumpkin farm, because then I don't have to replant. And if I've just given credit to the wrong person, I'm sorry. But yeah, so we're probably going to turn that into a melon and pumpkin farm, which is fantastic because today's episode is not about a wheat farm, so we can talk about that, which is just, yeah, fantastic. What we're doing right now is we're gathering wood because I want to build a farmer's shack over there. Not for a wheat farm. Today's episode is not about a wheat farm, but it is just to build a little shack so that farms can go around it. I want to do a little bit of role play. Not in the traditional sense of like AFMAO writing a story role play, but I mean like building my world as if there were other people in it. I know most Minecrafters do this, you know, like in building with B00, B-Dubs is building a village. Nobody gonna live in that village, except for maybe some villagers in the game, but building them a toilet and, you know, all these other general amenities and all that sort of stuff is, I'm not even sure if I said that word correctly. But, yeah, you build things for people who don't exist. And that's sort of the roleplay aspect to vanilla Minecraft, or what the sort of roleplay aspect that I want to do anyway, is where, yeah, you're building things that nobody will ever use, but it looks like there are people living in your world because there are houses for them, and there are places for them to go to, and there's armories so they can buy their armor stuff, and there are farms. There aren't any wheat farms because today's episode is not about a wheat farm, but there are other kinds of farms. They could be a potato farm, maybe a melon farm, pumpkin farms, you know what I'm saying. I do need to find a village and get some villagers though. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build this little shack. I have a basic design that I think I have decided on. I need to go and learn how to make fences again, because apparently that changed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the rest of my resources crafted up, and then we're going to build a little bit together, guys. All right. Alrighty, guys, welcome back. So I have everything that I need, and it isn't that hard to create a fence. It's just sticks in the middle and then planks on either side. I'm going to build our little shack over here. So we'll go over this way. My tree growing operation has gotten in the way. We're going to make a real tree farm later on. We could have done that in today's episode because that's a tree farm, and today's episode is not about a wheat farm. Tree farms are fine, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to build this little shack over here. We might even build some roleplay things in it. So, like, we might put some barrels down. We might build a little cart, so it looks like we're carting around our supplies. But for now, let's just build this little shack. And trust me when I tell you that this shack is very basic. And feel free to jump on Twitter and tweet a better one at me. And I will, of course, give you credit. I'll put a sign on the build and say, yo, This build was made by whoever, Minecraft 420 no scope mad builder son and his crew of mad builders. They built this shack, and I'll put a sign on there for you if that is what you so desire. I need a crafting table, which is cool. So I'm sure you could tell that it's very simple. It's a very, very simple design, this one. It's going to be 4 high. It's going to have little roofs on it. And that's going to be it, actually. It's going to have little roofs. Actually, I might do a different roof to what I normally do. So I'm going to... Yeah, I am going to do a different roof to what I would normally do. Oh, that's too high. What have I done? Can I have that back? I sure can. How would I go about building a roof that triangles upwards, not square? Ooh, ho, ho, ho. All right, so I've decided to completely change everything. Let's break this down. All right, have you noticed that my Minecraft is really quiet? That's weird. I wonder what's done that. But anyway, now that we're this height, I think we're gonna go one lower. Right, I've completely changed my mind. I Googled it, actually. I Googled it to find the other picture that I was already looking at, and then I changed my mind. 1, 2, and 3. So is that okay, that facing that way? Yes, it is. It's perfect. It's more than perfect. It's brilliant. And 1, 2, 3, like so. All right, so what we need to do now is I want to do that like so. Doing these bad boys. I'm sure you guys will see what I'm getting at. This is a small farmer's shack, okay? It's not a wheat farmer's shack, though, because today's episode is not about a wheat farm. It is about a farmer and his shack, that farmer being me, and this shack being the shack. Actually, I might even do that. I might just do that. I might not. Yeah, I think I like that. So what we're going to do is we need to pillar up here really quickly. Like so. So that we can continue this shape. This one here actually needs to go on like that, doesn't it? If it's going to continue the tradition. My back has gotten itchy. Apologies. Usually I would cut that out, but this is meant to be my casual, just chillaxing, chill banging series with my pals, the blue team, and that's what we're doing. We're just chilling out, building a farmer's shack, not a wheat shack. Today's episode is not... I fell! About a wheat farm. It is not about a wheat farm. And we're going to continue... Oh! Fails all around. Everybody, why don't you come fail with me? Come with me, and you'll see. Something about failing. Pure imagination. Did you guys see Willy Wonka? The little one that was from like 1992, maybe? Maybe it's like 96. It's probably in like 2008. No. It's old, okay? Nearly as old as I am. If not older. So we need to go... For whatever reason, it only took this guy two... No, it took this guy 3 lots of stairs, didn't it? Nah, he probably had half slabs. I reckon this guy's cheated. I reckon this build isn't legitimate. So we're gonna need that there in order for me to continue that. No, that doesn't belong there. One of these is not like the others. Let's put that. We'll do this. I'm a little bit concerned that this has become not what I wanted it to be. Because... Oh, I see what I've done here. I've doomed myself from the start is what I've done. See, I tried to get... man, I tried to get fancy, and this is what I do. I should have just followed the guide. Should have just done exactly what I was told to do. This is why whenever you're in a terrible situation, like not knowing how to build a simple farmer's shack that is not for a wheat farm. Today's episode is not about a wheat farm. Just go with what the internet says. Just go everything that you ever do in your life. Just Google it and do exactly what Google says. It knows where you live. Okay? There we go. Good old show. Here we go. Break this one here. Break this one here. And we'll continue going straight. I thought, I reckon it would have looked good if I'd figured out the aesthetics correctly. But I didn't. So, I just flat out didn't. So, shack. Shackety shack. Here we go. Alrighty guys, welcome back, and here is our little shack. I've put a little side on it. I have finished off the roof, as you can see, And then I've just done a little inside area here. So we got 2 chests, which is cool. Got ourselves a crafting table. I've made myself a hoe, but don't you guys worry, this hoe will not be used to create a wheat farm because today's episode is not, I repeat, not about a wheat farm. So the last 2 things that I want to do is, one of them is I want to create a wheelbarrow, which is definitely very roleplay, because it will only look like a wheelbarrow if you use your imaginations, okay? So we're going to need 2 wheels, and we're going to need... Oh, no. I think you make more than 1 sign at a time now, don't you? Yeah, so I've got my 2 handles there. I need some half slabs, which will be the actual wheelbarrow itself. And then we need the container for said wheelbarrow. So let's do this. You guys are going to love this. This thing's adorable. So, we're also going to need, and I don't have with me, is I need a piece of carpet, and I think it requires 2 wool. So, ooh, I don't like this all of a sudden, because boom, all right, 1, and we'll kill this other guy over here. We're gonna have to replace this piece of carpet with a better colored piece of carpet, would be the best way to put it. We need a green piece of carpet, but this will do for now. Let's jump to this tree. Parkour! Although, I think when you parkour, you're not meant to get hurt. So, maybe not parkour. Maybe I just fell on my bottom. So, like, that makes carpet. Yeah, okay, cool. So, we've got some carpet here. So, let's place down our wheelbarrow. I want to put it here. I want it to be up against the fence. So, let's go here. Right? And on top of that goes a half slab. Oh, that's really high, actually. Interesting. Why is that even there? The picture that I'm looking at shows that I need a piece of carpet. I don't think that's true. I think what I need is to place 2 there and then 1 there. Ah, dang it. Sorry, I need to put it here because I want it to be closer than that. Like that, and then we do this, and then I think, yeah, those go down on their own. Maybe it's because this is 1.8. That there, and then these are the handles. As you can see, this is where we push the wheelbarrow from, like so. I love this already. And here is the actual cart, or the carry piece. So there's our little wheelbarrow. Is that not adorable? I think that's cute. Do you guys like the wheelbarrow? If you've got a better wheelbarrow design, please let me know, and I'll put your name on that sign right there. But yes, wheelbarrow done. So let's put a little bit of the wood away, huh? Actually, let's put that away, that away. Oh, we don't need bricks. Don't need that. Don't need any more dirt than we have. That's probably a little bit better. We don't use the carpet. We'll bring that. We'll get those things back. But I want to build a well. So, bloody well. Okay. So our well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that should be the actual hole of the well, and this should be where the well itself is outlined. So in order to make a well, I don't really know. Well, I don't really know how to make a well. So I suppose the first thing that you do in a well is you sleep the night away. By the looks of things, it looks like it's going to be nighttime. It's probably going to be time for me to sleep. Dang it. All I did, I went AFK, and I went AFK with the world not paused. So now it's nighttime again. So let's do, say that. So that's the shape of our well. This is the middle. All of that's going to go down to water. And I think if I do say this, I might have to do that. This is actually going to be a way bigger well than I wanted it to be. Although, no, fair enough. I did know it was going to be this big. And I'm okay with that. I hope you guys are okay with the size of our well. If not, well, you bloody well better do something about it, won't you? Oh, the puns. The punness today, guys. All right, so once we got the well done, that will provide water for our farm. Not our wheat farm, because today's episode is not about a wheat farm. It'll provide for whatever farm I choose to put there. So let's go to sleep, and let's resume work tomorrow. It'll be a lovely Sunday morning. Right, so work has resumed. Let's get on with things. I want to do that. I think I want to do this. Now, what we're actually going to do, not with this part, but with the actual farm, is I'm going to use a technique Recently, a YouTuber keeps popping up on my channel, like, because I've been looking at build ideas, and I keep running into this YouTuber called, like, Grain or something like that. I can't actually remember how to say his name, but he has this really cool fence design for farmland, and well, it's not actually a design, it's more like randomness, but I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna use it anyway. I'm just gonna borrow it. I am, and I'm really hoping that it goes as well as I want it to, because I really like it. So it'll be for our farm. Remember, it's not a wheat farm though, so it's okay, because today's episode is not about a wheat farm. I would never make a video that is entirely dedicated to a wheat farm. Wouldn't that be really boring? Like, hey guys, today we're gonna play Minecraft and welcome to my wheat farm. No, I would never ever make an episode all about a wheat farm. That's why today's episode is not about a wheat farm, because promises were made and I promised it. I can't get in. All right, so that's how. I'm not happy. Not happy, 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 not happy at all. All right, hashtag RipWell number 1. What I've done is I've decided that I'm terrible at this, and I'm going to take all of my future cues from the internet. So, I want the well to be facing this way. So one there and one there, one there and one there, and there's only going to be, oh, it's exactly the same all the way around. What am I doing? Like so, except one of the side, or two of the sides, obviously, are going to use, what are these things called? Fences. I've lost the ability to commentate. I'm so sorry. I did so bad on that first well that I've forgotten how to live. All right, let's get these. Okay, and I'll show you guys exactly what's going on here. So, Funky Town. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uptown. Funk you up. No, that's not Funky Town. Like so. Behold the master in his element. All I need is some stair. So, how many stair do I get? That's actually a lot of stair. Cool, and we need some of this. There's a single one of these. Please use it. Alright, food job. Okay, so it would appear that I think I don't just think, I know. Boy, do I know. I would think that I'm going to need some dirt blocks. So we put this here, this meow, put that away right meow, and then get this one right meow. Alright, so on top of this bad boy goes one of these. And one of these. That looks enormous already. I don't know if I agree with this build. And then right meow. And there was probably a smarter way to do this. I lagged a little bit there, and it made me place a torch. Alright, and now with that in place, I believe that this sits here, over that. Is that over that? It is too. Okay, so, and then here, like, what? What? What way? What? 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 I don't understood. I don't understand at all. How does this build work? Okay, that's there. Oh, because this is one of the open sides. That's why. So we go there, there, and then we put one there. Okay, I'm not an idiot. This guide is just bad. It's not actually a guide, it's a picture. But it's still bad. Not as bad as me. Oh. That turned out to be an insult for myself. Oh, I already had one of those. Did you guys see that? That was good stuff. Get one of these. We may as well just make all of these into slabs. Alright. Okay, it's time to build this dang thing. I don't really know what to do on the side here then. It looks like it just stays like this. Looks like we just do that. Okay, and now we can pillar up because there's something to stand on this time. Alright, cool. And then on top of this, word on the street is we do that because that's going there like that. I'm pretty sure. I think this is gonna look good. Don't you guys threat. That's it. Don't you guys threat. I think this is gonna look really good. Okay, and then that means that this one is like this. Yeah, dudes, I figured this out on my own. I'm not even looking at the thing anymore. Fight me. You don't know if I am. I did it. It's a well. It looks like a well. Awesome. That's a well. It doesn't matter what way you look at it. It is now a well. Well, it's a well anyway now. Well, now it is. All right. And then the final stroke, which is to just dig our way down. Dig a little well. I need a pickaxe. We'll do this. Plop that there. Plop it down. I think we'll go all the way into the well. So let's actually make it so that the cauldron's down there in the well. So we'll do this, and we're gonna have to find a way out when we're done. But I'm not done placing the cobblestone down, because obviously I have to cobblestone all of this, or it wouldn't be much of a well now, would it? So we'll cobblestone all of this so it looks like the inside of a well. Once we get some mossy stone, we might actually redo this or revisit it, and we can, place some mossy stone around the top and the bottom here, because I think that would look really good. I actually was going to do a cobblestone roof, and I might change it to that later on. I'm not sure if there are there mossy stone slabs these days, or is that not a thing? I don't know how to play this game. If there is, that would be fantastic. And then we could just go off that. So let's bring you down a little bit more. This is cool. I really like this. I actually feel like I'm in a well, because I'm like all enclosed and I can look straight up. This is cool, guys. I'm so pleased. See, like, imagine how good mossy stone will look down here. Maybe even some vines. Oh. Man, when I'm better equipped, this place is gonna look awesome. Alright, and break you. Put one there. And I think the cauldron should go on right now. So, plop that there. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And what we'll do is I'm just gonna go up and get another little bit of water. No. And then I'll go back down, and obviously we'll finish it up. The well is complete. So there we go. It is a awesome, awesome well. I might make it a little bit deeper so it actually gets a bit darker, but I'm very happy with that. So now with the well out of the way, well, it's time for us to continue on and finish up today's episode by making this little paddock that I've been telling you guys about. So what I want to do is I want to do something like this, and then like that. Do, say, these ones, and go around like this. And I think that this is a really cool way to make sort of like a fenced area without it actually being like all connected, because sometimes the connection gets a little bit boring. And obviously the guy that I watched do this is a lot better than me at it, but I'm happy. Look at that, a little fenced off area. Cute. All right, like obviously things are still going to be able to walk through here, but that's not actually what it's about. What it's about is that I don't want these two here. What it's about is that you don't need everything fenced off. Look at that. It looks like there's a little like open gate bit here, and you just come into your little circle here, and this is where the actual farm itself is going to be. I'm not saying it's a wheat farm, because as you guys know, and say it with me now, today's episode is not about a wheat farm. Okay, so if we put down some watery dews around the place here, we'll be able to consider planting later on. Maybe in a better season. You know, it's a little bit cold this time of year. We might think about farming later on in the year, of course, or maybe next year. You know, it's getting on to Christmas actually. You know, for Australians, it's actually really hot. Just so you guys know. So we can till this land. We're gonna till everything, get it all fertile. You know, for whatever we want to plant. You know, obviously it's today's episode's not about a wheat farm, so I can't tell you that it's going to be a wheat farm. All I can do is tell you that something is going to grow here, and it's going to be awesome. I think we should put a water there as well. I also want to replace those sands. The sand underneath there that is the water. I don't like that. Underneath the water, see the sand? I do not approve of that. So this is our rustic little what I wanted to do is a more realistic natural farm, not necessarily a square, basically. I didn't want it to be a perfect square of crops growing by each other. And I say crops because it's not wheat. Today's episode is not about a wheat farm. But let's see if this all tills up, and if it does, I'll be a happy Ethan, and today's episode will be concluded with that. How good is that? Like, serious. Oh, hello. I would like you back. Thank you. You can stay in my life. How good is it? Should we do maybe that? No, I don't like that. Maybe this. How's that? No. Actually, I kind of like that. I like that. That's the entrance. This block here is the entrance. That's where the farm finishes. Once grass gets on that, it's going to be amazing. So that's it. That is fantastic. This our little farming area is done. One episode, guys. One episode. Now, let's finish up. Let's have a little chat. Come on. Let's sit down. I'll get you guys a chair. I'm sure it's been a big day. Here, I'll tell you what. You guys sit next to the crafting table. I'll sit over here. Feeling a bit thirsty? It's been pretty. Grab yourself a drink there, guys. Let's have a little sit. Let's check things out here. Now, like I said, here on the EthanRPro channel, I don't lie to you guys. And because of that, we have built an amazing level of trust. And that's why today's episode, say it with me now, is not about a wheat farm. Today's episode has nothing to do with a wheat farm. If I so happen to end today's episode and that field gets planted with wheat off camera, today's episode was still not about a wheat farm. And that is the promise that I've kept to you today, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you guys next week for an episode that will also not be about a wheat farm.